Today I'm going to be showing you how to install this Converse mini shoe on your E-vader motorcycle. Now, as you can see, it's a brand new one, so let me go ahead and remove it out of the package and put that away. And now the one that I have here is going to be a black and white version. Now you're wondering, why am I going to be showing you on how to install this when I've already installed one on the Gixxer? And now that is true, but I kind of wanted to make a nice little section of videos for the new 2024 E-vader electric motorcycle. Now, as you can see, this is a keychain shoe. There we go, much more better on focusing. So it is originally a keychain shoe, but the size of this shoe is around 2 inches, which is perfect for the side stand of a motorcycle, and especially if you have one that will allow you to install this. So first things first, we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and remove the key ring. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and you guys do the same. By the way, I'll have a link for description of all kinds of these Converse shoes in all different types of colors. Description box down below, so check it out and select the color of shoe you would like to have for your bike. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and move the tripod just a little bit back so you guys could see a little bit more. Now, there's gonna be a few things you're gonna need to do to install this little shoe. First off, since the bike I haven't seen any side stands for it, but if you happen to have a side stand for your E-vader, that's great. You may want to use it because you're gonna have to get the kickstand off of the floor so you're able to install the shoe. But if you do not have a side stand, a rear stand or someone to hold the bike for you, just put the bike close to the wall. As you can see, I already have it kind of close to the wall, and we're going to lean the bike towards the wall. So first things first, let me show you that we're going to have to move the mirror, which is right here, and we just have to move it to the side a little bit to allow the handlebar to hit the wall. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to be using a 14mm open end wrench, as you can see right here. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to move the boot or the cover up a little bit, and we're going to loosen the mirror. So it's going to go ahead, and there we go. Pretty simple. So you want to make sure that the mirror is facing the opposite way because we want the handlebar to hit the wall. So now that we got that, you go ahead and move this back a little bit. And now you want to do it carefully. You want to straighten up the handlebars, and then we're just going to tilt the bike until it hits the wall. There you go. So now that the bike is leaning against the wall, let me show you a back end view or a more further view. So you can see the bike is tilted and it's against the wall. Like I said, the bike is fairly, I wouldn't say light, but not as heavy as a normal bike. You definitely don't want to do this with a normal bike. You want to put it on a side stand for sure. And this one, so yeah. All right, so we got our side stand down at the bottom. It's already off the ground. Okay, so now before I show you on what to do to install the shoe onto the side stand, just a few things you're going to need. So first is going to be some shoe goo, black version. Going to need a zip tie to secure the shoe to the side stand, just so that it doesn't kind of fall off, or if someone tries to take it, they won't really be able to without a struggle. And then some snips to cut the end of the zip tie off. So those are going to be the few things that you need to do the installation. Other than that, the extra thing would be just to get a rag or a paper towel and just clean the bottom of the side stand so that all that debris and everything that's on there would be off of there and doesn't go into the shoe. So that's just a little extra that I'm going to be doing. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. All right, so like I said, I'm going to do extra precaution and just kind of clean the bottom of this a little bit. So I got my towel, then I got a little, oops, there goes that. So then I got a little bit of this cleaner. You see, again, I'll have a link in the description down below for this particular type of cleaner. And all I'm going to do is pretty much just kind of spray a little bit on the towel and then just clean the bottom of that. There we go. And I want to get all the dirt and debris out of there. Make sure that the surface is fairly clean. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty smooth because it's a brand new bike. So, all right. So next we're going to do is we're going to grab our shoe goo and we're going to put a big glob of shoe goo in there. But before we do that, let's test fitment. What you want to do with the shoe is you want to make sure that you loosen up the shoelaces, as best or as much as you can, so you can get the opening as open and wide as you can. So I'm just going to go ahead and slip it in. And as you can see, it pretty much fits in there pretty well. I mean, besides the bar over there, hitting it a little bit, other than that, I think it's a pretty good fit. All right, so now that we know it fits really well, now we're going to go ahead and grab our shoe goo, and we're going to put a little bit of a shoe goo at the bottom. Now, the reason for the shoe goo is because we want to make sure that the shoe doesn't kind of slop around when you put the side stand down. Because if you don't put it, it will tend to kind of slip a little bit or move this way or that way. By having the shoe goo, it'll kind of give you that adhesive to not do that. All right, so you pretty much want to put a good amount on there. You don't want to go too crazy, so I'm just going to use my finger. Put a nice glob. I would say about that much. And then you're just going to go ahead and kind of just spread it around. All right, so that should be good enough. Then don't forget to wipe your finger, of course, because you don't want that gooiness on your finger while you put the shoe on. All right, so now that we got that, now we're gonna get our shoe. We're gonna stretch it out as much as we can on the opening. Make sure that you also grab the little lip or the little tongue of the shoe. When putting it on, you don't want it to go fall inside and then all of a sudden the tongue is down at the bottom and you're gonna have all that goop on there. So make sure you grab the tongue of the shoe. Try to fix it a little bit because it kind of got bent when I was showing you guys. All right, just put my finger in there to make sure that everything is good. All right, so now we are going to put the shoe in there. Oh yeah, and I also wanted to show you this before we put it in there. If you could see inside, it actually says made in Vietnam. There we go. And then on the inside of the shoe, it actually says Converse on there. See, and there it actually says Converse. All right, so let's go ahead and get back to the install here. All right, so let's go ahead and slide this guy in. Be careful on doing so. Pull it in from the back. All right, and then this is pretty much where you want to get a little, you know, creative on kind of tucking everything away. All right, so as I do that, I'm just going to kind of fix it up a little bit, and then you want to go ahead and you want to start tightening the shoelaces, and then if possible, just get the remaining part of the slack of the shoelace, like these little guys, and then tuck it on the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you what to do with the zip tie. Alrighty, so I already tucked the shoelaces in, and what I did is I used a screwdriver to kind of just push the shoelaces inside. Alright, so next we're going to do is we're going to grab our zip tie, and we're going to actually feed it through the top part of the shoelace, right where the hole is. So I'm just going to go ahead and push it through. Once you get it through, you're going to get it through here, and then you're going to get it to the other side, and then you're going to go ahead and cinch it and tighten it down. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cinch it down. You want to make sure that this part is closest to the shoelace there. Go ahead so that way you guys can make it as super tight as possible. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull it in. Like I said, you want to make sure that this thing is as tight as possible. And if need be, a little trick to actually getting this even more tighter is go ahead and get yourself some pliers. I got some special things on this because I was using this to tighten something else, but some regular needle nose pliers. Grab it and you're able to really, you know, cinch it down and get this thing as tight as possible. Okay, once you got that thing as tight as possible, you're just gonna go ahead and grab your snips, and all you're gonna do is just gonna cut the excess of the zip tie. All right, so let's get this bike back on the side stand on the floor, and let's see how it looks like. All right, let's get it off from the wall. And there we go. Looking really good. Good conversation piece as well when you pull up with your E-vader and you put the little shoe down. And next, what's left to do is pretty much put your mirror back. So just gonna go ahead and turn it to the right where it's supposed to be, and then go ahead and tighten down the nut. Pretty much right about there. And as you can see, there is the shoe. Looking really good. Like I said, good conversation piece. Next time you pull up at another bike meet and you put your side stand down and people look. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry right there. So make sure that the way you want it to dry, you may have to adjust the shoe because you can see it's a little bit leaning to the side. So I'm gonna go ahead and tip it over, adjust the shoe, and then put it down and let it sit for a good couple hours. Once after that, it should be good to go. Alright, so then next time you pull up to a meet, go ahead and put your side stand down, and there you go, you got your little shoe going on. And then when you're out and about, go ahead and put your thing up. And it just looks pretty cool, having that little foot. You guys can see right there, having that little foot up there as you ride. So I'm sure that as you're riding, people are gonna start pointing to this little shoe guy and pointing at it like, oh, that looks pretty cool, and probably give you a thumbs up. And another benefit to having a little rubber shoe like this on your bike is in case for areas that are kind of slippery, or when it gets to those really hot days, you know, the side stand could actually go into the asphalt, but having like a rubber shoe like this will kind of give you that assurance that that's not going to happen. And again, like I said, for like slippery areas, the rubber shoe will prevent your, the bike from moving a little bit, you know, not too much, but yeah. Alright guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this installation of this shoe right here. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you disliked the video, give me a thumbs down. Let me know down below why you disliked the video about the little shoe being installed on the side stand. Other than that, if you guys have any questions, also put that down below. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and all the links for this product will also be down below as well. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Take care.